Hello everyone, my name is Bukky. Welcome to my channel, your number one place where you learn about personal finance and career. Today I'll be talking about 7 ideas around getting Christmas gifts. Okay, and why is this important now? Because we are getting close to that time where it's Christmas period, it's end of the year, and then it's also a season whereby we share love, we give gifts to our loved ones and friends and family and friends. And that's why it is important that we treat this topic now before it is too late. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. Do not forget to just drop me a like button, click on the thumbs up, or you can as well subscribe and then click on the notification button so that whenever I put out new videos out there, you could get notified. And if you're a returnee, thank you for always coming back. I am because you are. So thanks a lot. And all right, without much ado, I would quickly take a deep dive into the topic of today. See you. Welcome back. So the first thing you want to look at is that you want to make a list or create a budget for the kind of how you want to have your Christmas gifts go, right? So you want to decide, okay, this year I'm going to spend like $500, or I'm going to spend like $200, depending on your capacity, on how much you're able to separate for Christmas gift, because you don't just want to keep dipping hands into your funds without the kind of boundaries. Let me use that word, without the kind of boundaries to how much you can spend. And how you can help yourself is to make sure that you have a list of who you want to give a gift to, and then also maybe idea of how much worth of gift you want to give this person, and that way you're able to create a budget. That's the first thing you want to do. Create a budget and make a list. The second thing you want to do is that you want to go or develop ideas around doing it yourself. What do I mean by that? I mean that you should look at not just buying gift, but then creating a gift for yourself, right? So it can be a small card, or a small painting that you want to create, or a small kind of apron, or if you know how to sew, or you just want to make a small tablecloth, do something with your hands for this person. Because when you do this, right, it shows that you really put the person, the person means a lot to you, because there's a lot of love and energy that you've invested in that thing you're doing. So maybe you're making for the person a simple t-shirt, to say, I'm always thinking about you at Christmas. You are well thought of, or I'm sending you hugs. Just be creative around doing it yourself. And you can go on, for example, on Pinterest, or you can go on Google to see what are the do-it-yourself ideas that you could use or you could utilize during Christmas. So that would be the second thing I would do. And the thing about doing it yourself is that it's actually cheap, and then you can do more things, right, for a lot of people. So maybe instead of you getting a finished product for, I don't know how much that will cost, depending on how much, so let's say $50 for each person, you can invest in like $100 worth of raw materials, and you create something similar to that finished product for just one person. Create something similar for more people. So try it yourself, and I hope it works well for you. Third thing you want to look at is that you want to if you're buying finished goods, you want to look at buying it in bulks. And I already mentioned something like this in my video where I talked about money saving tips during holiday season. You want to go to that video right here on this link up here and see the things that you could do during holidays, or say the ways you could actually save during holidays. And I mentioned in that video that one of the ways you can go about is buying gifts in bulk. So you can buy the same gift for everybody. For example, there was a time one of my friends bought everyone in a circle mugs, and each mug has some kind of inscription, you know, and every day when I use that mug, my heart goes out to my friend. I remember her, I smile, you know. And I'm so sure that there are some other people who she gave the same gift to, that they also have the same feeling. Now, the gift might not be so expensive, but the thoughtfulness and the simplicity in the gift means a lot to people, for example, to me. So, and I'm sure that, you know, it's not about the complexity of it. Sometimes it's just about simple things, having the right message at the right time. Number 4 thing I would say is that if you don't want to give out gift in bulk, you can also actually give out cash. You know, this year has been kind of tough for a lot of people. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people are they're not having a full-time job now. They are underemployed, you know. So people actually need money, because they might not be able to tell you exactly what they need, you know, in terms of gift, and then maybe the gift you give them is not necessarily the most priority thing for them. So it makes sense to actually give people cash, or just give them gift card. Maybe gift card for grocery, you know. Let them have a very nice meal at Christmas. Maybe they cannot even afford that nice meal at Christmas. So be open to give people cash or gift card, and you will be surprised at how much people actually appreciate it, because then they can decide for themselves what they want to use that gift card for, or what they want to use the cash for. All right, the other thing you want to look at is that you want to look at buying during Black Friday or on Cyber Monday. On these days, you have a lot of goods, you know, with crazy discounts. Yeah, I've heard people saying, oh, but you know, sometimes they manipulate the price and all that. But from my own experience, when I look out for things, I make sure that before the day, I already look at the price of that product, and then I go back on Amazon or on the online store and I check the new price. And most times, from my experience, is that the price are actually reduced, right? And if you think the price are not reduced, if the price is not right, then do not buy it. But you know, Black Friday is coming, Cyber Monday is coming. You want to use the opportunity to get your gift at on those dates, because you don't want to wait until 24th or 25th, or you know, close to that period where everybody is hustling and bustling, you know. And because of social distance, you don't want to get into a place where there's a lot of people in a store, you know. You want to avoid that. So utilize online shopping, look for coupons, use Black Friday and Cyber Monday to get all your gifts, right? You still have time before then to get all your gifts and see how well you can actually save on those dates. My number 6 tip for you will be to give out of season gift. So you might say, okay, so what does out of season gift mean? Well, out of season gift simply means, you know, giving them gifts that is not necessarily for this particular season. So an example would be that, you know, giving them a pair of, you know, ballerinas, or a pair of shoe, or a pair of clothing that's they would use sometime later in the year, not at this particular time, right? And why is that? Because out of season goods are cheaper at this point in time. So if you're looking at buying, if you're buying summer clothes at this particular time, because it's already getting cold, those clothes will be cheaper, right? Depending on which part of the world you are in. Okay, so buying out of season things, giving them out of season gift would make more sense in terms of price for you. So maybe you want to look at it in that way, and that's why. So for example, if you're thinking of buying a top for someone, and then you're thinking, okay, should I buy a t-shirt or a sweater? Of course, a sweater will be more expensive at this particular point in time, because during this time, during winter, during autumn, like, it's the time where people wear warm clothes. So warm clothes or sweaters are more expensive. But if you just buy a regular shirt or a t-shirt that they would normally use in summer, right, it's cheaper. Yeah, and then they could actually use that clothes. You don't think, oh, because it's summer clothes, they will not be able to use. No, they can actually use it as a form of layering, you know, during winter, because of course in winter you don't just want to wear only sweaters, you also want to layer up, right? So look for out of season gifts and buy it for your loved ones, and then you can also save money through that. My last tip for you would be, this is very unconventional, But my last tip, my 7th tip for you is that if you don't have money to give gift, don't give it. What you don't want to do is do not go and borrow money. Don't use credit card. Don't borrow to buy gift for someone, whether it's your parent or your loved ones or anybody. Like, let that be your last port of call. Don't do it. Don't accrue debt for yourself with interest rates because you want to satisfy someone. You know, gift giving is also about sincerity of heart. It has to be something that comes from your deep, you know, from your inner mind, from your there has to be some kind of conviction, and you're giving it because you are happy doing it, not that you are giving a gift and your feelings that I just borrowed money to give this gift. No, you don't want to do that. So if you don't have, in all sincerity, don't give it. Christmas would come and go, and then we'll be in the new year. And so that's my 7th tip for you. If you don't have money to give gifts, do not give gifts. It's okay. And the funny thing is that, you know, people actually understand. If they know you don't have, they would understand. So, because nobody wants you to keep up with the Joneses, but sometimes we place so much stress and pressure on ourselves because we are trying to please other people. Anyway, that's a topic for another day, but I'm going to be stopping there today. But before I leave, I would like to ask you for your own perspective on this topic, on this particular topic. So what are your own tips or ideas of gift giving, especially during this period, during Christmas, during New Year? What would you like to give, or what are the ideas you're thinking about to give to people? Okay, so thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. I hope you've taken a couple of things with you, and you would also comment on my last question, and I hope to see you again soon. But before I go, do not forget the video I mentioned about how you can save during holiday season. Click here, it's here on my channel. And if you're looking for other money saving tips, right, on investment, on anything, stay on my channel, and you'll see a lot of ideas for you about your personal finance. Until I see you in my next video, bye bye.